Will a pointy-eared DC supervillain be showing up on Legends of Tomorrow?
We're going to be talking about that, your comments, and so much more on this DCTV recap. Hi, I'm Jason Inman.
And I'm Ashley Victoria Robinson.
Welcome to DCTV Recap. Now, you may be asking yourselves right now, well, there are no shows to recap. Well, there's still stuff to talk about. We're going to keep this show weekly, every Thursday or Friday-ish, for the rest of the summer until these shows come back. But it's good enough because there was news about one of the DC TV shows, one of the CW DC TV shows. Some Legends of Tomorrow news, Ashley.
Yes.
Legends of Tomorrow has announced a new crew member is joining the Wave Rider for Season 3. That is actor Tallahassee, I may be saying that wrong, as Zari Adriana Tomaz. Now, you may be saying, like, who is that person? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
You're going to recognize her as Isis, the former lover of Black Adam in post-crisis continuity, and the star of The Secrets of Isis, a very famous 70s television show that was actually a spin-off of the Shazam show back in the 70s. Now, The Hollywood Reporter, where I got this from, describes the character as a Muslim-American gray hat hacktivist who is recruited from the year 2030 and who has secret hidden powers derived from an ancient source. So just like Isis sort of had a little necklace, and in the comic book, she would, of course, say Black Adam, and she would turn into, like, sort of a pretty version of Black Adam.
Yes.
So anyways, you know, what do you think about this addition to, just from the description they give in the Hollywood Reporter, what do you think about this description as this addition, this character, being added possibly as a full-time crew member to Legends Season 3?
I have a bunch of thoughts about this.
Sure, let's hear them.
First, it's about time we got a Muslim character on there. I think that's amazing. Legends of Tomorrow is the Star Trek of DC TV shows.
Very diverse.
They do a very good job with the diverse casting just in the core group, and something I really like about the show. It's something that I'm also, I was saying when we were pitching our original ideas for the new Star Trek show, so I'm very gratified about that. I like that we're bringing on another character who's kind of morally ambiguous, because Heatwave and Captain Cold, I almost called them Heatwave and Icewave, they're two of the, who knows, rebranding. They're two of the best characters on the show, and some of that lies in the gray areas that they deal in, and they're kind of swinging morality, and I think that could be really interesting, especially for a female character, because our female characters have been traditionally very focused on what is good and what is right. So it'd be nice if we brought her in and maybe she's a little bit of a scoundrel. I think that could be really cool. I think the addition of a magic character would be really cool, because we flirted with that with the Hawks a little bit.
Yeah, we didn't quite pull it off in Season 1. We didn't quite pull it off. And Vandal Savage
And
even.
Vixen is, I'm just talking about the crew.
Yeah.
Vixen is arguably magic-based, but she could be a magic wielder in the way that Zatanna is, which is not something that we've seen a lot of.
You mean Isis, not Vixen.
Vixen, but she has a magic amulet.
But you're saying that Isis could be a magic wielder like Zatanna.
Yeah. Sorry.
I was clarifying for the viewers out there.
Yeah.
Got a little confused.
Yeah. So I like the idea that the good guy, quote, you know, the good guy teams could have some magic, because magic has traditionally been the realm of the evildoers on this show, and I think that could open up the DCTV universe in an interesting way, and I think Legends is a fabulous show to do it on. I think there are so many great possibilities with this.
Legends is definitely the show that you can take more chances with. Legends is also the show that you can pull in characters that could be ridiculous in a lot of other situations. Isis is an interesting choice because, as we know, Isis was reintroduced in the DC universe in one of my favorite comic books, 52. If you haven't read it, go check it out. Now, in that comic book, she was an Egyptian woman named Adriana Tomaz, which, of course, was an homage to the 70s series. She was called Adriana Thomas.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
And she is a refugee that is brought to Black Adam as a gift from Intergang. Now, Black Adam, of course, kills the Intergang people, frees her from bondage, and gives her an amulet in which he says, I am Isis. She is transformed with the powers of a goddess, and her and Black Adam start traveling the DC universe at the time in the Series 52. Great series.
And if you don't know, Isis in ancient Egyptian mythology is kind of like the Hera figure. She is the most powerful figure, which would be where the name is derived from.
Now, let's talk about this. If you don't know who Black Adam is, of course, Black Adam is basically the evil Shazam. Now, Shazam is Billy Batson, this 12-year-old boy who meets a wizard, and using the basically the attributes of Greek mythology. It's an acronym. Shazam's an acronym. He says Shazam, and he becomes this super, uber powerful boy.
Yeah.
Now, Isis adding on to the show adds an interesting thing, because you have to, of course, come up to the conclusion that is the title of this video. Is it possible that Black Adam could show up on Legends Season 3 somewhere? And the reason why this has become a question is because it has been famously stated for years that The Rock is going to play Black Adam somewhere in the DC cinematic universe. He hasn't showed up yet. They announced it, like, I think 3 years ago. There is yet to be an announcement of a movie. Like, now they're saying that there might be a Black Adam movie first, and now they're saying that he might be the villain of Man of Steel 2. But the Arrowverse is able, it seems now, to have some of the characters that we can see in the DC cinematic universe. At first, they got shied away. They like pulled them away. They were like, you can't use Deathstroke, you can't use Amanda Waller. But we just saw a whole bunch of them pop up brand new. So it seems like that issue is no longer a policy. Could we see a television Black Adam or some sort of version of that character? Maybe they don't call him Black Adam before The Rock becomes Black Adam.
It's an interesting question, because I would have said for a long time you're never getting Superman back on television.
Yeah, and Supergirl.
Yet here he is all over Supergirl with his hairy body. I think we're unlikely to get Black Adam before The Rock plays him in the movie.
Interesting.
The Rock is too big a name, and he's now one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood. I don't think he'll go back to working for TV money, even though he used to work.
Well, they're not going to put him on TV. That is not in this conversation.
No, but I'm just, because someone in the comments is going to say it.
It's never
He's not going back to work for wrestling money.
It's not going to be The Rock as Black Adam. Let's put that in.
I think what you're more likely to see, I don't think we're going to see Shazam either. I think what you're more likely to see is maybe a member of the Shazam family. And
I have a follow-up question to that.
I would love for it to be Mary Marvel, and I would love it if they cast her as a woman of color. I think that would be really great.
Interesting. So to go to this thing, I think there's a possibility.
And I think Legends is just ridiculous enough that this might be where we get Tawny. Because you're not getting Tawny in a Shazam movie.
Hold up here, sister. Hold up. Let's talk about Black Adam first.
Okay.
We'll get there. I have that in my notes. We'll get there.
Okay.
I think there might be a really strong possibility of Black Adam being on this show. Now, I think they will not call him Black Adam.
Oh, sure.
Now, I can't remember. His name is either Theo or Thesis, or he has like a teen, or it's like Theo Adam or something like that is his original name. Or no, Teth Adam. That's what it is.
Teth. It's Teth, the classic ancient Egyptian name.
He's Teth Adam. Because we sort of know that Dr. Fate sort of exists in this universe. We've seen mentions of him. We know Constantine exists in this universe. Magic exists in this universe.
Well, I mean, Damien Dark. Yeah.
And Damien Dark's a big thing about that. Ever since the intro, to me, you do not bring a character like Isis onto a show like this unless you're going to shout out her biggest connecting piece of the DC universe, Black Adam.
I mean, you can shout it out. They've shouted out Bloodhaven 6 or 7 times, and Nightwing has yet to show up in 5 seasons of Arrow.
That's true. But I
think he might be mentioned. I just think seeing him on screen might be. I don't know. I think casting Isis and including Isis and not just going straight to Black Adam, straight to that well, is because you can't have Black Adam.
But let's say that. Let's throw out this here. What if she joins the crew specifically as some sort of piece to stop Teth Adam?
Sure.
Like I'm just saying it's a little weird to put Isis on the show, to not eventually have Black Adam somewhere on the show. Like it
took us 2 seasons to get Clark Kent, let alone Superman.
It took us 1 season because we got him at the very beginning of season 2.
We still didn't get him till the 2nd season.
But 1 year. So I'm just saying, like, it would, even if we only get him for 1 episode, I'm telling you, I really think that they're not making this choice lightly. I have a feel we are gonna get a connection to the Shazam family other than her. I'm guaranteeing it. And that's why I put on here, maybe Talkie Tawny, who is the talking cat member of the Marvel family.
Literally a talking tiger. Google it.
You're Mary Marvel. I could see that, and I could see them doing the same thing. They wouldn't call her Mary Marvel. They just call her Mary,
Oh, sure.
But they wouldn't call him Mary Marvel.
But right, because they don't call them Marvels anymore.
Yeah, like we're gonna
or Shazam Jr. would be another great one. You could even cast, twins.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
But I think we're gonna get a connection to the Shazam family. This is too close to the Shazam family to not go all the way.
Maybe here you'll get the version. Remember when Shazam was like 9 kids? Instead of just 1 kid.
Oh, in the Flashpoint universe.
Yeah, maybe this will be the version of Shazam that we get.
Sure.
And the movie will be, more of the classic Billy to Shazam reality.
Now we put that discussion to bed. So many that's. We're gonna read some of your comments from last week. From last week's video, Flash season 3 or Arrow season 5, best DC show this year. Tidy88 said, what do you think the villain of the crossover will be? I assume talking about next year crossover. Now, I have already sort of pitched who I think the villain is when we talked about the crossover this year. My pitch was the Crime Syndicate, but it's the Crime Syndicate of Earth 3, and it's evil versions of Barry Allen, evil versions of Oliver Queen, evil versions of Supergirl.
Another evil version of Barry Allen.
Yeah, but it's like, it's their evil Justice League.
Yes.
Yeah. Because that would be a way that you could sort of up the stakes of the crossover, but do it fun. Make it cheap. What?
But if I was going to be doing the Crime Syndicate, which I think is a great idea.
You don't have to take my pitch.
No, but I was inspired.
Okay, cool.
This would be a great way to introduce a Wonder Woman and a Superman and a Batman that don't have to impact the current continuity of any of those shows.
Yep.
Have the evil, have Owlman and, I don't know, what's his name? Uberman.
Ultraman. And Superwoman is Wonder Woman.
Yeah. That would be a way that you could do the Trinity on TV. Yeah. And recast the actors, and it doesn't matter at all.
I like that. It's like Owlman.
Yeah.
Oh,
WB can hire us at any time.
No, here you go. Here's your crossover for next season. Evil, Owlman, Ultraman, and Superwoman show up on Earth Prime, begging for the help of Barry Allen, Oliver Queen, and Melissa Benoist Supergirl, because their evil doppelgangers on Earth 3 have just taken over the planet.
Great, yeah.
That's the crossover. So we all go to Earth 3 to fight evil versions of ourselves.
Yeah. It'd be awesome.
Yep, there you go. And then that way they don't have to be main characters. They can just be supporting characters and be like, help us.
Yeah.
There you go. Cool. All right.
There you go.
Zur0586 says, yes! It's about time you learn to appreciate the Deo. This was, of course, me responding to I learning to like the moment from Legends of Tomorrow Season 2 Moonshot, where Mitenstein sings, Deo, Deo, daylight come and we want to go home.
I don't like that moment.
For you, Jay. Troy S. Hayes says, surprised that Heatwave wasn't in the discussion for Most Improved. I hated him last year, first season of Legends Tomorrow, and loved him this year. This, of course, talking about our reward of Most Improved character that we both gave to Alex Danvers.
Yes, we did.
Do you think we left Heatwave out? Was Heatwave better in Season 2 than Season 1?
Heatwave was better in Season 2 than Season 1 because he wasn't playing second fiddle to Captain Cold.
But he was kind of the same.
But he was great in Season 1, so I'm sorry that you didn't like him in Season 1. I really liked him in Season 1. I just thought this was a very natural progression for the character as opposed to a complete... My opinion didn't change on him from season to season.
Yeah, he was basically the same character.
Yeah, I show up for Dominic Purcell in the show anytime.
There you go. Roger6950 said, oh yeah. Around, right? Neebs... The best comment we've ever had.
That's the best.
Neebs Hi Am Neebs says, I spit on your opinions, except those I agree on. Well, I'm sorry you suck because you can't get past that people have different opinions than you. So, Alan Anthony said, why didn't you include Best Villain? Ashley, we didn't include Best Villain. We had Best Hero, we had Best Actor, we had like 10 other awards. We had a lot of awards. We didn't include Best Villain. Now, I was the one that chose the categories.
Yes.
For that thing.
So it's Jason's fault.
Well, no. This is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Who would you have chosen as best villain?
That's a really hard question that you just asked me and I haven't been thinking about at all.
Well, there's only 4 of them.
We can't pick like episode to episode villain?
No. I want season long. So it's between.
Okay, so it's definitely not Supergirl.
It's Prometheus, Savitar, Terry Hatcher, and the Legion of Doom. I'll give you all 4 members of the Legion of Doom.
Okay.
So who of those 4? That's what I take as best villain.
It's Prometheus, but I really like the Legion of Doom.
Yeah, okay, so I really like the Legion of Doom as well.
But speaking objectively, it's Prometheus.
I would have picked Prometheus. That's the reason why I didn't include best villain, because I felt that
we knew it was going to be an Arrow-heavy awards show.
Yeah, I felt it was like, I loved the Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
But Prometheus is the best villain Arrow's had since Deathstroke.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and he's a big reason why that show, like, really, yeah, of course it's Arrow heavy, but yeah, that I felt like it was kind of obviously Prometheus.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel the need of that. The rest of the awards, I was kind of very curious about who you would pick, who I would pick, and stuff like that. I thought people would be surprised. But, there
you go.
It was obviously Prometheus. So, sorry, Alan. Maybe next year, you know, whatever. It obviously wasn't Savitar.
It was not Savitar, and it was not...
I mean, or Bavatar.
Anyone related to Mon-El.
Yeah. All right, so, we're going to keep going on DCTV every single week. If you have a topic or a question about some sort of news about Arrow, Flash, or anything like that, be creative with this. We don't just want the normal, like people have suggested what went wrong with Flash Season 3, which we might do, or just like Arrow Season 6 villains. Look, the Arrow Season 6 villain video is coming. We're not going to do it here. We're going to do like more in depth with pictures and stuff like that. But we'd love to hear your ideas, and of course comment below about your thoughts on this video. We'll include them in next week. So go down to the comments and give us good suggestions. We may read them next week, and click that subscribe button.
And why not click on one of the videos that's popped up on your screen and go to patreon.com/Jawiin for more exclusive geeky content.
We'll see you next week for more DCTV discussion, where we're not recapping anything.